What's kicking, y'all? Kwikpanik here, and I'm back with another video, and I'm actually going to do something that a couple people had requested that I do, and that's do a little bit of a biography, so you know a little bit about me and my past with gaming and the future of this channel. So I'll start with a little bit of about me. If you don't know me, I am in the San Antonio, Texas area, and I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Since 2002 or 2003. I started back with the Yugi and Kaiba structure decks and playing with my friends and all that fun stuff, but before any of that stuff happened, before any of Yu-Gi-Oh! Happened, I'm actually a gamer, a collector, I'm a musician, I'm pretty into fitness, so I share my time with a lot of different things, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Is just something special that I do that kind of takes the stress of all those other things out. So anytime I'm feeling frustrated with something in the gym or something with a video game, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has always been my turn to. But before any of that happened, when I was 12 or 13, I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Was kind of a way for me to stay active socially, because physically it was kind of hard just because of the symptoms. If you don't know what ulcerative colitis is, there's a foundation for it, and the Ulcerative Colitis Foundation, they have a lot of information about it. Educate yourself. It's a lot more common than I actually thought when I was growing up. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Helped me through all of that stuff when I was first diagnosed. And when you're 12, 13, you're in those awkward teen years, and it's already bad enough when you're healthy. So my friends were playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I didn't know anything about it. They brought a deck to school, and we cut it in half, and we played with cards like that. And I know that's not how the rules go, but that's the way we played. And after I started playing with the cards for a little bit, I found out there was a show. And I went over to my friend's house, we played with the cards, we watched the show, and it's something that I really got into. So I went to Walden Books. I don't even know if those places still exist, but we went to Walden Books, and I grabbed a Yugi structure deck, and I did the same thing as we did with my friends at school, and we split the deck in half because that's all we had. We were poor. And after a couple weeks, maybe months of doing that with the same cards, I had a birthday, and we used the money that I got from my birthday to buy some Legend of Blue Eyes packs. I really wanted a Swords Revealing Light, so that was a really big card. It was actually on the Forbidden Limited list for a little bit. I know it was at 2 for a while, probably was at 1 back in the day, but I was able to get some cards, some booster packs, and that kind of started everything. After I started opening packs, I was hooked all the way through Magic Ruler. I started to go to real tournaments, and I built a Toon deck, so some of my screen names from back in the day are Toon Master 7, and that's totally because of everything I've done with Yu-Gi-Oh! And everything I love about it. So we went through the years and eventually got to the point where I was competent enough to play in regionals, and my first regional that I played in, I actually used a zombie deck, and it was with the help of all my friends. They helped me find some Dark Arm Dragons, and I was able to pick up the Goblin Zombies and stuff that I needed, Mizukis, and I actually topped the first time I played in a regional. I spent a lot of time not going to regionals and playing a lot of locals and a lot of playtesting, hours and hours. Like I said, I was sick with ulcerative colitis. It's an autoimmune disease, so it doesn't really go away. So anytime there were hard times, kind of turned to that and spent all my efforts on that. So I topped that regional. I continue to play, and I don't have another regional top until Rescue Cat format. And when that deck comes out, I have this awesome streak of wins, regional wins, tops. There are probably like 4 or 5 in a row that I topped and got my mat and all that fun stuff. So I started to get noticed a little bit in the community, and there was a game shop that wanted to help partially sponsor me. He was paying for my tournament entries, and he would pay for hotels and stuff like that if I was going to go to a driving distance regional. So naturally, that's something that I was really excited about, and it stuck with me. And we fast forward to college. And in college, I started traveling for YCSs, and I spent a lot of time making day 2 and bubbling and being really frustrated until probably 2015. So it was semi-recently. I went and I played with Shadalls at YCS Dallas in 2015, and I day 2'd. I was really excited. I ended up winning both of my matches on day 2, and I made it to top 32. Excitement continues. I win my top 32 match, so I'm stoked at this point. But what I didn't realize is that during this part of Yu-Gi-Oh, we were doing some drafting for our top 16 and up, and I knew nothing about battle packs, so I ended up getting boned. Billy Break put it in pretty hard, and it was rough, but I was over the moon to have finally topped an event like that. But for some reason after that I took a break. I got a little burnt out. The pendulums and stuff like that, they kind of messed with my love for the game, so I just picked the game back up after that. So I took probably about a 2-year break of playing seriously, and I'm back here. I picked up the Zodiac cards. I picked up a little bit of every deck, so I had options if I wanted to go to big events. I came back, and my first real event, I think, was an OTS, and I played Zodiac Constellar, got my invite, which was really cool, and decided to make the trip to Atlanta YCS, made day 2, lost on the bubble again, so we're back in the same situation, but I'm taking the game a little bit more seriously, and that's why I wanted to do this channel, is kind of learn from you guys, hopefully teach you something a little bit about the competitive nature of Yu-Gi-Oh! And go over some deck profiles, have some fun too. I'm totally all for rogue decks, and like I said, I love zombies, so you'll probably see me messing with a zombie deck and getting frustrated that I can't beat Infernoid or whatever, but yeah, so that's what I want to do with the channel. That's a little bit about my Yu-Gi-Oh! History. On top of that, I said I was a gamer. I'm not the best at any of the games that I do, but I love them, and I'm extremely passionate about Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Overwatch. There are a couple other things that I do in my free time. Legend of Zelda was a huge thing. I actually grew up, that was probably one of the first games I played, either that or Super Mario, and I play every single game that comes out, so maybe we'll do some Let's Plays, which would be really cool to do. I have a couple of friends who are gamers too, so I'm hoping that they'll join me on streams and maybe some videos. Speaking of streams, I'm actually going to do my first stream tonight, provided my webcam comes in. There was actually some really bad storms last night, so I'm hoping it gets delivered. It says it's supposed to be delivered by Amazon today, so I'll have a face cam, and I'll be on Twitch. I'm going to go ahead and put the link down below. I know I said I was going to do that in the last one, but my Twitch layout and everything hadn't been done, and I didn't want to link you guys to anything that was unfinished. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so you'll see that I'm doing my best to make sure everything looks good before I put out anything. So that's a little bit about me. I'm actually coming close to, I guess we're 5 or 6 days out from me leaving for YCS Denver. So today I'm actually going to be doing a little bit of play testing with some friends up here and trying to decide what deck I'm going to play. I'm leaning towards Metal Foes. I really wanted to play a zombie deck, but it really needs Minerva, the Exalted Lightsworn, and I definitely don't have one of those, unfortunately. So that's probably not on the table, but it's probably going to end up being Metal Foes. I want to try a Zoo invoked deck that I was having a lot of fun playing with some friends. My only worry is that it doesn't have a great matchup against 60 card decks, so I'm going to try to play something close to that, maybe like a 50-55 card Metal Foe deck, but I'll keep you guys updated on that. If you have any suggestions for what you want to see on the channel, I also do a little bit of Duel Links. Like I said, I was a little bit active in Pokemon, so I have a VGC team for Pokemon Sun and Moon if that's something that you guys are interested in. Of course, I'm going to keep doing pack openings as new packs come out. I'll try not to do too many of those, but if there's a new pack, you can expect a pack opening from me on those. Like I said, I'm going to be streaming tonight. I'm going to be streaming Overwatch, so if that's something that you're into, please hit me up. I'm going to go ahead and put the link in the section down below. Leave some comments, anything you like, you don't like about what I'm doing here, anything you'd like to see. I'm just super excited to be starting this new chapter of my life, and I'm glad to be doing it with you. Hopefully I learn a lot from you guys. So you guys have an awesome day. Later.